Now we're going to look at another basic transition from mount to side control. Sometimes it's important for us to dismount. So we're going to use those same basic concepts of controlling the head and maintaining domination all the way through. So I'm mounted on Marty. He's giving me problems. He's staying too tight. Maybe instead of him being large, maybe he's just clamming up and he's not giving me anything. I'm down on points and I need to submit him. It's important that we advance their position so he can't just stall out with his little T-Rex arms. All right? So how are we going to do that? We worked on the arm triangle. He's keeping his arms too tight. We worked on that Americana. He's keeping his arms too tight. He's defending his neck real well. So we're going to make his life difficult. I'm going to come under here the same way that I want to dominate that arm for the Americana, for the arm triangle, but I don't care if he keeps his arm tight. I want him to keep his arm tight. Now this arm's going to come underneath. And I don't really want to grab the shoulder. If I grab the shoulder, I'm not going to have any base over there. I might have to base on my head. That's not what I want. The important thing here is going to be driving that shoulder into space, make his life difficult. And I'm going to take my whole body up here. Look at how I lift my hips, make my hips light. That's what I want because I'm going to dismount. If he starts to buck and try to bounce me off, cool. I'll use that opportunity, use his momentum to make that transition. So I come in here, I give him that shoulder to the face really good. If you do want to grab that shoulder, add some extra pressure to your shoulder, that's okay. But now I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to bring it off and hook it at the hip. It's important that I take my body, my feet, to the opposite side of my hands. I can't get off on this side, it wouldn't even feel comfortable. Make sure to dismount to the right side. So I come here, I get control, I make pressure forward, I hook the hip. This hand that was underneath his arm is going to come back here to the floor so that I can come down to my alligator control. Again, head facing the hips. Let's look at that again from another angle. All right, I got good control. He's not giving me anything. Man, terrible. I come down, I give good control. Look at how I'm making my butt light. I'm lifting my butt just slightly. Good pressure into the head here. Now I'm going to hook the hip. Nice and tight, guys, with that foot on the hip. Now my hand's going to come back down to the floor at the same time as I slip my hips down. It's important that my pelvis is going into the floor and my head is facing his hips. We need to block that hip over here so that he doesn't get back into the game. Let's look at that transition one more time from that same angle. I get down, I get good control. I ride my body forward, I hook the hip. It's important. Look at how I start sliding my hips down, but that whole time I'm keeping my shoulder driving into his face nice and hard. We want to maintain good control of his hip movement by having his chin turned away from me. So I'm in here, I got good control here, I come down, I put my hand down. Now look at how I slip my hips down, good control. The best is 45. Get as far away from those legs as possible. We don't want him to get back in the game.